What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. Today I'm just going to showcase some ridiculous Harrow power strength numbers and reload speed percentages. This is not usually doable, but since we have invigorations from the Helminth and now we have Archon shards, we can get more power strength than ever, at least if you get lucky. I basically view this, what you're viewing today, as a Warframe Riven, so just sit back and enjoy. We'll be doing things like making the game full auto, or rather making the Tonkor full auto, making the game first person, and turning Harrow into a Sentinel. If that makes no sense to you, don't worry, it makes no sense to me either. We'll be showing you how to do that. And yeah, I really appreciate all the support, guys. We'll be live on the live stream channel soon. Probably will stream tonight. If not, definitely will be live for the weekly reset tomorrow, going over Archon shards and all that. Keep in mind, Nightwave is gone for a couple more days, so we are still going to be waiting to get the Nightwave reset. So, okay. As far as the invigoration on Harrow, we got 200 increased ability strength and 200 increased energy max. So that's going to be really, really good for Harrow, just the way that he's usually modded for, and like what his abilities do. So for example, his third ability, the more energy you drop into this, and the more strength you have, the more energy restore you'll get per kill. And it'll also give you quad amount on headshot. Additionally, more power strength makes his second ability, Penance, give you more reload speed and more fire rate, a lot. And we actually go on one of our crazy builds, we've got 600% power strength with all these bonuses. And that's before anything like Molt Augmented or even energy conversion is stacked up. So we're actually looking about 700 plus power strength, but it's not going to really display on this screen over here. So with all that power strength, we have 212% increased fire rate and 424 increased reload speed. And remember, like I said, it will go up after we do that. So let's just go ahead and show how this will work on something like the Kuva Tonkor. It's going to be more of a for fun video, guys, not really like anything you can replicate easily, but we'll hop in there. So I've subsumed off Harrow's 3 on this build for Chroma's Elemental Ward. I think we have Toxin, so it should be reload speed buff too. So as you can see, I can't fire the weapon fast enough. It's basically full auto. And this is a semi-auto one in the chamber kind of weapon usually. So for that, you know, that's kind of like what you expect right there. With all this power strength, of course, we'll get our full shield in one cast as one. And yeah, it doesn't normally do that. This is just one weapon you can do this with. The Nell Prime is also a weapon from Harrow that doesn't really want reload speed, but it will take the fire rate, as once it gets a headshot, once you have a headshot with this weapon, it becomes full auto and infinite ammo. Actually, it's full auto all the time, but it becomes infinite ammo on headshot. So as you can see right there, Harrow's signature weapon. Now that Harrow's 4 is active, we will have red crits too. So let's go ahead and show this in mission. We can also talk about some other things. Now I'm going to show you a build that you could... I've made Harrow videos before, to be honest. But you know, this is with the invigoration, so I thought it would be fun to show. But I'm going to show you a no Helminth setup for this. It's going to be a little bit less strength. We can actually jam a little bit more range, thankfully. And then we're also going to show you how to make the game first-person mode with this setup. It's actually going to be involved with the Nell Prime, but it's going to involve a little bit more fire rate than we've got currently going on. So as far as making the game first-person mode, prepare yourself. So what you want to do is, if you want to go first-person, you're going to need all the fire rate you can muster. I'm talking Arcane Velocity, Fire Rate Ribbon, Wisp Motes, Harrow second ability with a crazy strength. And if you can do that all, you will go into first-person like you see right here. As you see, the camera is like detached, and I'm basically in a Sentinel viewpoint right now. And as long as you get headshots and keep this buff up and this fire rate up, this keeps going. So, yeah, I don't think you could normally do this, but yeah, with all this extra fire rate, it definitely does do this. And it's also, you can't hear the sound effect, it's just like a buzzing noise in the background from all the fire rate bullets we're releasing. So, that build is going to be the one with 600% strength. Also going to be using Arcane Velocity, so on crit hit, increased fire rate for pistols for 9 seconds, 120% increased fire rate, so a lot of extra fire rate. But as far as the build I'm going to be showcasing in the gameplay footage today, we're going to be doing no Helminth. Harrow's one of those frames where I think he can just, I personally feel like he can just do no Helminth. If you watch some of my old Harrow videos, I got like Pillage Harrow in there, you know, Breach Surge Harrow is pretty good too, and there's a couple other ones. For example, Thermal Sunder Harrow with this build. We have 339 increased power strength, and we have 265 range. So we can basically just nuke. And now, it won't nuke like Steel Path, really, unless they're armor stripped. But yeah, you can just nuke with Thermal Sunder Harrow, especially with this build, a lot. you'd be cutting off 200% strength if this gets, once the invigoration runs out, though, so keep that in mind. But yeah, for everyday mission gameplay, this is what I usually recommend. Molt Augmented is nice. Even if when you don't have the invigoration, this will get you some good extra power strength. And let's show it in mission, just like completely cleaving through everything. Keep in mind, I was trying to like, for part of this, I think I might die because I tried to put my entire energy pool into my 3. Another thing too is I'm using all Archon shards for strength. Realistic, if you're trying to go for like a final, like a main Harrow build, I would highly recommend doing some Amber shards, preferably Amber Tau shards, to get casting speed on Harrow. Harrow loves casting speed. Even in my normal build, even with all these shards on it, I've got natural talent. So I'd say like 1 Amber Tau shard for casting speed, so you can use your Thurible really fast and drain the energy really quickly. Because it takes a while if you don't have casting speed. That would be good. Then maybe some other ones for like duration. Because, I mean, we got a good amount of strength. There's no real actual breakpoints for strength. Harrow's 4 is hardly affected by strength at all. It's mostly, the strength is first 2, is 1, and is 3. Like, the 4 is actually the ability that is affected by strength the least. So on some of these configs, I actually held him off his 4, because we have such crazy power shift for something like Zataz Whisper. If you want to do a crazy setup with Zataz Whisper on Harrow, similar to this, you might want to assume off his 4, if you're using like an Incarnate weapon with anti-crit, because you don't usually go for crit on the Incarnate weapons. You can, but you don't. If you want to go for the anti-crit 2,000% damage thing, obviously you're not going to go for crit on that. On Harrow is a crit master, so. As you can see, we're basically sustaining life support very easily here. We are using the Kuva Tonkor. Now, if you're using a Kuva Tonkor, I'm going to show a build for it. The Kuva Tonkor does not need any of this crazy Harrow stuff, but to go full auto, you definitely do need this crazy Harrow stuff. So let's just see what we got here. So as far as the build, it's going to be Viral Hunter Munitions, and it's going to be... actually I have no Bane mod on here, apparently. I would recommend running a Bane mod usually, but we have no Bane mod here, as you can see. We've got... well, I technically do have a Bane mod because I have Bane of the Grenier Riven, but if you don't have a Bane of the Grenier Riven, just put Vigilante Armaments in that slot, and you'll get, more multi-shot than someone that didn't have that Riven, I guess. And you'll be getting sometimes getting some orange crits, and that's pretty nice. But it's a Toxin Tonkor with a Viral Hunter Munitions build. If you don't want to put on Crime Cryo rounds, just put on the 60-60 cold mod. This thing doesn't have much status chance, so it's not going to be a big bang for your buck, but hey, it's better than having to max on a Prime mod that you don't want to max out maybe. So, yeah, overall, really, really fun. This is one of the most fun invigorations I've ever had. I can get like 402 energy on a kill. On a headshot kill, it's going to be over 1,000. The Tonkor's not really a headshot weapon, but yeah, so really good. Contagin's also going to be pretty good here, giving you another extra 50% on Contagion. I'm getting like basically guaranteed red crits on Contagion. And as far as other weapons, while we're in the Simulacrum, let's mess with a couple fun things. I did a lot of this on stream. If you guys want to go check out the live stream channel, I did do a lot of weapon testing on stream. But some of the fun ones, I did this in my previous video on the Harrow Invigoration, but we're going to use the Vectis Prime with Prime Chamber and Depleted Reload. So it will basically make the Vectis Prime. I'm also going to use Fractalized Reset too. It will make the Vectis Prime a machine gun. So we got 240 reload speed increase. Riven has no reload speed increase, unfortunately, but Depleted Reload also gives you reload speed increase, and we got 1 in the magazine with Prime Chamber, so every bullet will have 100% increased damage. Let's see how this goes. I'm on the lower, actually we'll go for the full power strength build here, just so you can see like the most reload possible. Actually, I think there might be a reload arcane here for snipers too. Yep, arcane momentum. So much reload in so little time. Let's fully stack stuff up here. Might as well just pause these guys in case we need to shoot at something. Cast that. I really hope I'm on the correct element for Elemental Ward here. Alright. And then I'm going to cast an ability. This is a weapon with 1 in the magazine. It's basically full auto. It's basically full auto right here. So, yeah. You can see the reload animation for that is not even really an animation. We're going to run out of ammo very fast. So that is all you can do. Of course, it will work with the Rubico Prime, too. It'll work with the Kuva Hack. Well, the Kuva Hack will definitely not reload as fast as that, but pretty good on the Kuva Hack. Pretty good on nearly everything. Like, think of a weapon that could, like, use a crazy buff, or, like, not even could use a crazy buff. You want to use a crazy buff on, and it's going to be nasty on it. Like, the Kuva Tsar, entire magazine reloaded like crazy. Let's see if I'll just jam it real quick. Yeah, just like I said, more of a for fun video. Not something you can really replicate at home, unless you get a crazy invigoration like me. So, I mean, just like, the entire magazine gets just put in there instantly. That is not normal Kuva Zar reloads, so... Yeah, if you guys want to look out for this invigoration, definitely go for it. I would highly recommend it. And as far as the helmets, I said, you know, Breach Surge, Pillage, Zataz Whisper if you take off his 4, or maybe if you just want to leave his 4 on there. I did die there. And things like that, just more weapons. Why not Mirage Eclipse, right? Get like 1,000% Mirage Eclipse. I did try that out. You know, it was crazy damage, but it was less fun. I'd like Harrow with no invigoration, with no helmet. I can shield get with his 1. I can get crazy reload speed and fire rate with his 2. I can get infinite energy for myself and teammates. Actually, more than infinite. At the end of this mission, it's like a 40-minute survival. I had 1 point something million energy restored, and I obviously didn't need 1.x million energy. So it's just like complete overkill and hilariousness. Oh yeah, and don't forget his 4 giving you red crits on weapons with 1% crit, and yeah, things of that nature. Giving you invincibility too. The invincibility is nice. Yeah, so if I had more time to do this, I probably would have done level 10,000 mission with Harrow, because this build definitely could have handled it. Just the mission didn't pop that I wanted to run, so whatever. Maybe next time. Yeah, see you guys next time in the next video. Appreciate it, and take it easy. Peace.